I get a little bit miffed when I hear these discussions about the future of office and what office needs to be today, because there's this ask of it to be all things to all people. I'm like, but everybody's job is different. The tasks that we do in a day need different spaces and different interactions. And me as an architect, I always go back to design principles, and I always talk about Mies van der Rohe. And he says, form ever follows function. So as the function of work changes and the tasks that we do, or as you say, the activities that we do changes, I believe we need to design the spaces around being optimal for those tasks. So how do you start thinking about this notion that you described, where when you think about office, whether it was 15 years ago when it really was that digital age that we're talking about, versus today when we're talking about this new frontier, we're talking about the AI age and the activities that people do on a daily basis in their jobs, what was that kind of shift? Or how do you think about that shift around creating the right space for the tasks that people are doing in their jobs?
Yeah. So the years ago version, which I find is informative to leaders who are wrestling still with office design today and weren't really thinking about it before, uh, at its simplest, was usually a series of questions around how important it is to you as an individual or as a team to do a certain number of activities, as I said, and then how well whatever you're sitting in at the moment, which now also could be your house, um, helps you perform that thing, right? That was the heart of the question. Not do you like the color of the wall, not do you like your coworkers, but like workplace effectiveness. Do you have to concentrate? Yes, no. If yes, how well can you do that in your office? Right? That was the basic of almost every program, as I said, trying to solve for as many individual needs as we could. COVID in particular, outlets like Leesman, probably the most famous, quoted early on, showed really quickly how much disparity there was in the performance of most people's office, just the average office before COVID and right in the early pandemic time, and then their homes. And trying to communicate to leaders, most of the reason that most people aren't rushing back in even after we got through the sort of core pandemic phase is simply that when they tally up all the things they have to do, their house does more of them better than the office. And even where there might be like a close race, then they're just layering in, well, like my kid's here, or I've got to commute an hour and I have to spend more money.